Baby, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to yet another super exciting episode of FameIdols Hangout. Somebody, man and woman, how is you? Hope your day went as amazing as it should. As always, the weekend is upon us. Thank God it's Friday. We're going to celebrate Friday as always. And we're in the weekend, and I'm super excited. I'm super pumped actually to be in this particular place. This is where we'll talk about all that's going on in the entertainment space, and I am Osita, the rugged gentleman. Today, I'm not doing this alone. I've got Joy in the building. Joy, good evening this evening.
Yes, so Sita, good evening. Thank you so much. How you day? How is your area? How was the weather today? Hope it was calm because here where I am, the weather was, so cool. There was no rain. Okay, there was rain, just a little rain in the morning, but it did not disturb, the normal, normally we have this heavy downpour, but it was cool today, and everybody was able to go about, their normal things. So our beautiful, amazing, and handsome fans, please, we want to hear from you. How are you doing? Okay, how was your day? Well, we're live and we're here again. Fame Idols, okay? So please, wherever you're watching us from, please tell a friend to tell a friend that we have started, normal level. We'll bring you all the correct gist in the entertainment industry. Yes, everything that is happening. And it's not just the gist, you get to go home, you get to listen, and you go home with one or two things to help improve yourself. So if you have a beautiful talent you want to showcase to the world, please follow us on www.fameidols.com. Showcase that beautiful talent. Somebody might be watching you. Osita, let's continue.
A sneak peek of what to actually expect on today's program, because it's going to be a roller coaster of emotions. A lot of things actually happened, and I can see one or two bass blows here and there. So you yourself just sit back, fasten your seatbelts, and get ready to be blown away. Sarah Martins is actually in the news, and the conversation of tithing that have been laid to rest for the longest of time, she's brought it back. Yes, the conversation of do you pay tithes, do you not pay tithes. Sarah Martins actually brought the conversation back. Yes, sir. Joy.
Yes, so Sarah Martins is in the news today. Our actress Sarah Martins, not only our Blessing CEO. Hey, I'm telling you, something happened. Most fans have forgotten that what is happening with Blessing CEO. We've not heard from her. She is in the news today. Wherever they hide it, we'll go there and bring the news to you. So don't worry. Just calm down, okay? Not only that, we have Peller in the news. You all know that Peller is preparing for his wedding with the love of his life, Jarvis. Okay, so VDM has told them one or two things. We're gonna tell you all of that. Okay, don't go anywhere. Please stay with us. And our own veteran actress Ngozi Nwosu. Yeah, she's in the news. Although it is on a sad news, but don't worry. We'll go into it. Please don't go anywhere. Follow us gradually, okay, so that you will not miss out on anything, on any gist at all. Well, as that is said, we'll go into our first news for today. Okay, so wherever you're watching us from, don't forget I say tell a friend to tell a friend. Okay, that Fame Idols is here. We are live. We have started and we are rolling. Okay, so our Nollywood actress Sarah Martins is in the news, and what is happening? What has she said? Okay, I wanted to comment in the comment section. Okay, how do you see what she said? But calm down, let us go into it, and then you will know what to say about this. A Nollywood actress, Sarah Martin, says she doesn't pay tithe. You all know what it means to pay tithe in church, right? So Sarah Martin says she doesn't pay tithe. She prefers to help the poor. Yes, a Nollywood actress and content creator, Sarah Martin, she has sparked discussion, after revealing she does not pay tithe, she prefers to use the money to do something else. Okay, now in our words, she said she would rather use the money to make a direct impact in people's lives instead of enriching billionaire pastors. I'd rather use that to empower people who don't know where their help comes from. I don't pay tithe. This is coming from Sarah Martins. He said, I don't pay tithe. What I do is a means of paying tithe. She also said that the people she helps see her as a source of hope. Adding to the streets, the God they see. As God is blessing me, I'm transferring the blessing on them as well, so that it will go round. Martins revealed that she has personally cooked for as many as 1,000 people. Okay, yes, we know that actress Sarah Martins cooks. She cooks, she share it on the street, and Yeah, she has been doing this for some time now, although there was a time she was having some issues with the government when they were telling her to find a place where she stay instead of blocking the road, causing traffic and all that, but I think she has, organized, that cooking she always does. Okay. So, but please, we want to hear from you. Okay. Because some fans are of the opinion that paying tithe is different from helping the poor. Yes, some fans are saying that charity is different. You're paying your tithe, yes, that is one thing. But helping the poor, giving to the needy is different. It's not the same thing. You don't mix it up. Okay, it's different. It's not the same thing. Okay, so a lot of fans had a lot of things to say about this, and now let us go into what one or two fans had to say about what Sarah Martin said. So a fan said, "So which church don't close down because you no pay tithe?" That's what a fan is saying. So which church don't close down because you no pay tithe? So I don't think this one is agreeing with what she said about she not paying tithe and sharing the money on the street. This one said which church don't close down because you no pay tithe. Please, if you're listening, okay, do you agree with what this fan said? Okay, I want to see a comment in the comment section. How do you see it? Okay, another person said tithe and charity giving are two different things. Sha, that what they said. Okay, another one said everybody should do what works for them. I will continue to pay my tithe till I leave this world. If my pastor chop am, he deserves it. That man prays for me non-stop. Another fan is saying those who pay tithes to church still have enough to give to the people in the street. Okay, another fan said that many does that too. Only 5% regular church members pay tithe. Let the few percent who pay tithe who is who what is that? Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly, Joy. I can hear
Okay,
you
so how
clearly.
do you see this, Osita? I want to hear from you.
Truthfully speaking, there is a lot of angle in which you can actually approach this particular scenario from, because she's coming out to come and paint a picture. And if we decide to call a spade, see, I understand the fact that tithing is different. I understand the fact that charity is different from tithing. But let us call it what it is now. She's coming out to point out that there are a lot of men of God that are doing well for themselves. There are a lot of them that they are rich, they are wealthy. Yes, they are doing well. Some of them are even doing way better than some of their church members would ever do. So imagine somebody that is earning, for example, somebody that is earning 50,000 naira should come outside and take out 10% of 50,000, which I believe is 5,000 naira, and say you want to use it as tithes. You want to use it as tithes to your pastor that is earning about 400, 500,000 every single month. You understand? So I believe that is where she's coming from. She's not just coming from she's not coming to discredit giving tithes or anything, but she believes that that particular money that you are using to pay tithes can be used for something else. That particular money, there are a lot of people that are hungry. See, the hunger ratio in Nigeria keeps getting higher day by day. There are a lot of people that are hungry. There are a lot of people that particular money can benefit. There are a lot of people that would not get to eat well. Yet some people choose to give the money in the name of tithing. See, we're not condemning giving tithes, but the only thing I'm trying to point out is the example she made. I know some fans were saying give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give to God what belongs to God. Even though some people were trying to argue how exactly the money is for God. Some people were trying to argue, yes, we understand that you're supposed to give to God what belongs to God, but this is not you giving to God. This is you giving to your pastor. Joy, there is a particular, should I say church? Yes, I would use the word church. There's a particular church that is trending in Edo State. Uniben precisely. These people are coming out to come and say that the pastors, the heads of this particular church are looking for every means possible to collect money from students. These are students that were sent to school. These are students that were sent to school. These are students that are still collecting allowance from their parents. So imagine somebody is collecting allowance and then you are preaching tithes to that particular person. Why should somebody collecting allowance be paying tithes? Why exactly should somebody collecting allowance be paying tithes? Some people have argued in the past that this issue of tithing, that the place it was actually gotten from was this, like the place that the issue of tithing was gotten from was, you would see them bringing foodstuffs Joy, are you there?
You know what? What I always do,
Network.
I
You know
I
what? One I always do,
okay, can you
I
hear
can hear
me?
you, Joy. Go.
You know what? A fan said something, okay, and a fan said that it is good for you to know God for yourself. Are you getting? It is good for you to know God for yourself, okay? So that fan that was saying that give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give to God what belongs to God. It is your own understanding of it all. And I'm telling you that one, it is your understanding of it. And why do I say so? Most people will say, okay, also that you were saying something about give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give to God what belongs to God. In giving to God what belongs to God, we believe that when you go to church, you put your offering or whatever it is you put there, you're giving to God what belongs to God. That is part of it. Okay. Okay. When you pay your tithe, as you asked, as it said, okay, 1/10 of your offering, you're giving to God. Okay. So, when you even feed the poor, when you do charity, okay, you give somebody something, the person did not ask you for it, out of the charity kindness of your heart, you do it. You were doing something and you are believing that God will bless you for that thing. Okay, so when somebody said give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give to God what belongs to God, and then you say you're not giving the tithes to God, you in everything you do, it is your neighbor, the person you see, that is the God to you. Okay, you're not going to wait until you see. If you're waiting until you see God, then there is a problem somewhere. You don't know God for yourself. Okay, that's what if you don't know God for yourself. Okay, another fan was saying something, and I'm going to say it the way our fan said it. The fan was saying that he said, if you want to give tithes, give to God, and if you want help people, you can do that, but not with tithe. Jesus say give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Okay, the fan said that if you want to give to God, if you want to give your tithe, you give your tithe. If you want to help others, you help others. They are not the same thing. Okay, another fan said the house of God needs something to maintain it. Okay, so one person said that who do you give your money to? You're giving your money to the pastor, and you're giving your money to pastor, and they'll buy lands and car and send their kids abroad to study. Okay, that was someone is saying. Although the lady that said that she will continue to pay her tithe, and even if the pastor want to chop it, let him chop it. He deserves it. Everybody with their own understanding and their belief about things. One fan said those who pay tithes to church still have enough to give to the people in the street. You see, so it is about you and your own understanding of things. Okay, so but where it is said, give to God what belongs to God, and give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. If you want to pay your tithes, you pay. If you want to help people, you help people. But if you feel that no, you're not going to pay your tithes and you are giving it to the poor, you're doing this. That is your own understanding of things. Okay, it is your own. One thing about social media is you don't just take in everything. You should have a mind of your own. That is why Ifan said it is good for you to know God for yourself. Okay, so also how do you see this? How do you see it?
Yeah, basically, I feel what I'm happy about is the fact that she did not particularly try to instruct people not to pay tithe. She did not tell people that they shouldn't pay tithe. She didn't say tithing is wrong. All she said is she, Sarah Martins, is not paying tithe. She's not going to be paying tithe to anybody. That she would rather use her money to do charity. She would rather use the money to do charity. It's something she has been doing, and it's something she's going to continue doing. So, based on logistics, I feel we should just let her be. It did not pass like that. Yes, if we want to be truthful, it did not pass like that. People that have been watching or following FameIdols for a while would know that I would always say me. Osi Taroge Gentleman would not advise anybody how to spend his or her money. So if she has the money and she decides she doesn't want to pay tithe, she wants to do charity, fine by me. Where I would have had a problem is if she started convincing people not to pay tithe, or she started condemning the act of tithing. That's where I would have had problem with that. There are a lot of people that are not paying tithes. There are a lot of people that are paying tithes and are not good people. There are a lot of people that are not paying tithes and are also not doing charity. There are a lot of people that are not paying tithes and are doing charity. There are a lot of people that are paying tithes and they are doing charity. So based on logistics, everybody should just keep doing what works for them. Yes, everybody should just keep doing what works for them. That being said, we'll leave this particular story and enter the very next story.
Okay, this is coming from Blessing CEO. Yes, so Blessing CEO is in the news. And Nigerians have been wondering what happened to Blessing CEO. We have not heard from her. What is happening? Well, calm down. Here on Fame Idols, we bring you the recent gist, the current gist. Yes, not the old one, no, the recent one. So, our controversial Nigerian self-acclaimed relationship expert, Blessing CEO, she has been granted bail. Yes, she has been granted bail. This came 6 weeks after she was remanded in Kirikiri prison. Now, the Lagos State Special Offense Court granted Blessing CEO bail in the 69.15 million property fraud trial and ordered the Nigerian Immigration Service to enforce her travel restriction pending determination of the case. Okay, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) had on June 9, 2026, arraigned Blessing CEO for fraudulently obtaining 69.15 million from Hope Chiropractic Health Clinic Limited under pretense of securing a lease of a property in the Lekki area of Lagos in March 2025. The anti-graft agency arraigned her on a two-count charge bordering on obtaining money by false pretense and stealing. She, however, pleaded not guilty to the charges. In his ruling, Justice Raymond Oshodi granted her 20 million bail with two sureties in like sum and ordered each surety to provide a 3-year proof of deposit valued at 20 million. The court, however, adjourned the case until October 12, 2026 for continuation of trial. So, una don hear am. Blessing CEO is still on trial because Osita, I don't understand why some people don't understand some certain things. I just wonder. Blessing CEO was granted bail because they saw it. You just see that you see the heading of a news. You have not read it. You don't know what is happening. I say follow us here on Fame Idols. We will tell you exactly what in they saw. We don't tell you fake news. We tell you exactly the way it is. Okay. So Blessing CEO was granted bail of 20 million. It doesn't mean that the case is over. It does not mean that, oh, she's out of the case. It's done. After the 20 million, everything is over. No, that's not what it means. Because somebody said, so make she keep 46 million for herself after she paid 20 million finish. I don't understand. What do you mean by that? She was granted bail. That is not the way bail works, because somebody was going to minus the money 20 million from the 69.15 million. That is not the way bail works. Okay, bail could be that they're going to let her go out of the prison, go back to her house, move around in the country, her movement could be restricted, but not that the case is out of court. The case is still on. As you can hear, I said the case has been adjourned to October. Okay, somebody said her boyfriend is a car dealer or something like that. So 20 million should be like a chicken change for him. You are not in his pocket. Please, let's stop assuming. We just see somebody, driving a one nice car. You assume that, oh, there's money in their pocket. Please calm down. No, I'm telling you. Another one said this one is for the house matter. Oh, they never even talk about the cancer. Oh, they tell you the matter is plenty. Your top blessing head. Oh, one fan was saying, I don't know why Blessing used her own hand to spoil her brand. Yes, so the person said Blessing CEO just spoiled her brand and everything she had ever worked for by herself. So you know what? One fan was saying something. The fan said that I was saying exactly the way he said. He said, "Chai, so she still dey prison and federal high court they go annual vacation." Oh, now wow. Let me say this case is gonna be so long. Someone said, but I said, better try to pay this 20 million because you will sleep inside that place. Or very soon we'll hear how to make your roommate, your cellmate love you more because she loves to give relationship advice. Oh, please make una calm down, just calm down. But I don't know why Blessing CEO got into all this kind of things. Okay, you have become a brand. If you had continued like that, with time, you will excel. With time, you will get people to partner with you. You will have done better for yourself. Okay, so Osita, how do you see this? She's still in jail, yes, and the matter It's still on.
To the best of my knowledge, Joy, I stand to be corrected as I am not a legal practitioner. But then, to the best of my knowledge, when we say this particular person has been granted bail, I want to believe that it means that probably the person was in police custody all this while. The person was in detention, and now they've granted the person bail to leave police custody. That is what I want to. I wish I can just reach out to some of my lawyer friends for me to verify this particular information. But you not tell me that the moment they grant this person bail, that means the case has been finished. No, it's not like that. Because if I'm not mistaken, there are a lot of cases that, should I say, the case of what's his name that he had after threatening the life of Sheyi Tinubu, DJ Chicken. To the best of my knowledge, he was granted bail and also two shorties in like songs plus plenty other things that were said in his bail conditions. But they said the case was adjourned till 3rd of August. So this particular person is in police custody. DJ Chicken was in police custody for like 2 weeks. Blessing CEO has been in police custody for a while. She's been there for a while. So I want to believe the bail is not you are free to go. The bail is not discharged and acquitted. The bail is okay, you can leave police custody while we finish up the case. That is the way I want to see it. So it's not as if no, the case has ended just like that. People are saying hopefully this particular scenario is going to calm Blessing CEO down. All her gragra is going to end. Somebody is trying to point out that at the end of everything, hope everything that Blessing CEO did is actually what the stress she's going through right now. People that are coming out to say yes, her boyfriend has money, this one, that one. See, let us be truthful. I do not want to know how much you have. If you remove 20 million from inside, you come out something.
Mhm.
You come out something. If you remove 20 million is not 200 naira, it's not 1,000 naira. If you remove 20 million from inside, you remove something. And the fact that you are not removing it for investment, you're not removing it for flex, you're not removing it for luxury or to get something beneficial, you're removing it for basic to solve problem. You're definitely going to feel it. So all these talks of she can afford it is nothing, this and that. I just want to believe that it's a get as a be. A get as a be, sincerely speaking. I wish other people can actually learn from what is going on right now. Joy, somebody pointed out that it seems that bail, the amount for bail has actually gone up. So anybody with no guide may try avoid problem this period because you'd be hearing 100 million, 50 million, 40 million, 20 million. I cannot remember the last time I heard bail amount of 200,000. No, I can't remember the last time. Everything is million, 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 million. So this person is trying to advise every other person, try and be very careful. Let them not go and set a bail condition to something you cannot afford. For example, DJ Chicken's bail condition is he is going to bring two shorties. Apart from the money that was set, he's supposed to bring two shorties. One is supposed to be a traditional ruler.
Hmm.
One is supposed to be a civil servant. And inside these two, that is the traditional ruler and the civil servant, one of them must be a blood relative. Together with having a 3 years tax clearance and also landed property in Lagos. And if you hear the conditions, it will be as if no, probably the court doesn't want him to meet the bail terms, to meet the bail conditions. Because you would hear all these things and you start to wonder, are you sure it is even achievable? So that's why that particular person is asking right now, try and guide. If you know you want to look for trouble, try and guide. Try and guide. There's this popular statement that is trending on social media. They will say the disadvantage of smoking with somebody that has money is that they will fly the person abroad for rehab and they will send you to one white garment church where they will tie you chain and keep you in the backyard. The difference is very clear. So the difference between you and that person that guide looking for trouble online is eventually when they set bail, this person will meet all the bail conditions and you will start running up and down using hashtag justice for Festus all over social media. So let us be very careful as the court is no longer joking. Joy.
If one said something, with this bail condition given to Blessing, I wonder who will come up as the two shorties, because somebody is saying that the court should just tell us she is remanded till the next hearing, because Blessing CEO cannot meet these conditions. Nobody will want to stake his or her neck for such a character. You don't see how the team. That is just the way it is, okay? Who will want to come out and say, okay, I'm going to stand in for Blessing CEO? Who are the two shorties, that will stand in for her with this kind of character that she has displayed, for some time, So we should just be careful out there. It's not just about the fun and the groove, okay? It can affect your brand depending on the kind of person you are, the kind of person that you want to build a brand for yourself. You should be careful out there, okay? So, Osita, please, let's continue. How do you see what we said about Blessing CEO? We want to hear from you in the comment section. Osita.
Yes, of course. And at this particular junction, we'll leave that story and enter the very next years. And this particular one is something that I feel is dicey. A lot of people are wondering why this is coming now. A lot of people have the opinion that it's not supposed to be coming at this very moment, because it seems that it is just an avenue to look for trouble. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Osita.
Can you hear me, Joy?
I can hear you, Osita.
Thinking that this particular one is an avenue to look for trouble, because they say, or they have the opinion that it is way too late to be saying something like this. 8 days to the wedding of Peller and Jarvis, a Nigerian content creator and social media activist. VeryDarkMan is putting his own 2 cents on everything concerning Peller. Yes, people are wondering why he has not why he have not spoken since, why he's just speaking now. That are they expecting? Okay. Before we get there, VeryDarkMan has actually advised Peller and Jarvis against getting married, claiming they are still too young. Newspaper actually record that Peller and Jarvis announced that their wedding will be on the 1st of August 2026. And reacting in a video message shared via his social media handle, VeryDarkMan said that the young couple needs to rethink their decision. He warned that marriage is not just like content creation, stressing that he doesn't believe that the couple are prepared for marriage. He said Peller specifically needs to further his education and not get married. Jarvis and Peller, I hope you actually know that you guys are doing. I hope you actually know what you guys are doing, because marriage is not a joke or content creation. You really need to think about this. Peller, you are still a very young boy that needs to be in school, not marriage. Think very well. That's what VDM is coming out to come and say. 8 days to the wedding of Peller and Jarvis. And a lot of people have been saying a lot of things ever since he made that particular video. Some people have the opinion that where have he been since? That people are asking, or some people are asking, okay, should Peller go and collect Ashwebi from everybody that he has given Ashwebi to, and probably refund their money and let them know that the wedding is no longer happening? 8 days to the wedding. Because I saw a video that went viral on TikTok where Peller was inviting Naira Marley together with Zinoliski. He went to go and invite Zino, and he saw Naira Marley there, and he was also inviting man. Naira Marley said he's going to turn up. So I'm just thinking about it, seriously speaking. How exactly does VDM want Peller to go about it? Is he supposed to just drop everything and cancel the wedding because he has received premium advice? People are saying at this particular point, how important, like somebody said, even me wey go school no get the kind leg wey Peller get. So what exactly is he doing with school? Some people still put hashtag school na scam in the comment section, saying Peller no listen to this kind of advice, abeg go on with your marriage. Some people called VDM some people called VDM village people, saying that Peller said that his village people or his mom and dad didn't get married legally, and it seems that his village people are working through VeryDarkMan to prevent him from getting married. So a lot of people had different things to say. Plenty of people have the opinion that they should just go ahead with the wedding and figure every other thing out along the way. Joy.
You know what, Osita? Before now, in this time, you see people saying, oh, they want to get to a particular age before they get married, they want to be matured and all that. But before now, years back, there were people that got married. You see a man at 22 is getting married to a lady who is 18, and they live together. Yes, years later, you see them celebrating 50 years together, you see them celebrating 60 years together. And somebody will say, oh, it was then, it's not now. Please, everybody's timetable is different. and that is just the way it is. Okay, although some fans will agree with what VDM says, but everybody's life is different. Okay, a fan was saying, some fans were agreeing with what VDM said, some fans were saying that yes, Peller is too young, Peller acts too childish, Peller is too impulsive, he does not have the maturity for the heavy realities of marriage. Oh, fine, no problem. We heard that, okay. Another one said, this is one is coming from Gege. Gege now, the one that, most people always want to listen to him, and some people don't follow him, they don't listen, okay. So Gege was saying that, that Peller and Jarvis are too young for marriage. Having money, because they have money, isn't enough to lead a woman. Even billionaires get dumped. He insists it's all about experience, that Peller must have experience before he can be able to lead a woman. Since he doesn't have experience, then they're too young for marriage. He has no business there. Okay, but some fans differ with him. Some fans don't agree with that, because somebody is saying that there is nothing like experience. Experience is never enough in marriage, because as time goes on, you get more experience in the marriage. Another fan said sometimes now over wiseness they make marriage no work. One fan was even saying that sometimes in marriage, if two mumu marry each other, the marriage will last. But once everybody starts claiming with, I know my right, I know who is this, I know this, I know this, sometimes they become, they start having some clashes. So in marriage, somebody has to be humble. Someone has to calm down for the other person, and even if this one's calm down, sometimes the other person too has to calm down. Not everybody doesn't have to be on fire at the same time. That's what the fan is saying. Another person said that I don't know what is VDM problem inside this matter. VDM, what is your business? Is it your marry? Go and marry your own marry, or you face your own business. Why are you poking your nose in their business? Okay. Somebody was even saying, oh, how long will the marriage even last? Or they think that a wedding is the same thing as marriage? Hey, oh, please, please. If you don't want it to work, I want it to last, and it will last. Okay, because you people are always saying that, oh, they're not mature for marriage. So, people are just mean sometimes. Somebody said the marriage will crash in no time. What? It will not crash. Let me just tell you, okay? It will not crash. I wish them well. Yes, I wish them well. Okay, because if I said you are advising VDM to go to school, and you're advising Peller to go to school. If Peller gets married and decides to go to school, further his education, learn anything he wants to learn, it is not your business. Face your business, okay? Face your business. We see people who marry, spouses that are, older than them. Okay, we even say, okay, look at the president of France. His wife is older. We have so many like that. Wife older and they are fine. Everybody would remind of Jarvis is too young, Peller is too young, they don't know anything about marriage. They will get the experience in marriage, as a fan said. And I think I'm supporting that fan that said the experience will come in marriage. They will navigate it there. Okay. So also that, how do you see it? You want to
I
say
was
something?
actually thinking of something. You just said it right from my mind, because it's beginning to sound like the moment they get married, every other thing is going to stop. It's beginning to sound like marriage has become a death sentence, because coming out to come and tell him to leave school and go to school, is it that married people don't go to school? Is it that he can't go to school if he should get married? Is it that he can't even be homeschooled or study online if he gets married? Why must he leave the marriage to focus on schooling? How tedious is schooling that there cannot be a balance? Because if we decide to be truthful, content creating is giving him money. You understand? When you're married, that particular, should I say, work you're supposed to be doing to sustain the family as a man, he don't guide. He's doing well. You understand? So he just has to continue in that same path, creating more content, making more money, and the family is balanced. So he can decide to study. He can, to the best of my knowledge, DJ Kupi went to London to go and study. You can't tell me that marriage is going to be a limitation or what have you. And somebody said something, Joy. This particular person said she likes the fact that people would continue doubting Peller and it would be forging ahead. I was one of those very few people, allow me to call it as it is. I was one of those very few people that were saying Peller and Jarvis is a complete joke. until they did their traditional marriage, and now they are preparing for their white wedding to make it very much official. I was one of the very few people that were saying, "No worry, they will soon break up. Just they watch them." The moment that they broke up that time and Peller had the accident, I said it. Look at. Yes, I knew they were going to end bitterly, but look at them now, waxing stronger. So why not just give them a chance? I believe at this particular point, it would be beautiful to see people trying to make the marriage work instead of advising them to leave the marriage. If you feel you have wealth of experience, I believe the kind of experience, the kind of advice you're supposed to be giving them now is things that they're supposed to do to stay together. See, there is no manual for marriage. There is no manual. There is no laid down rule of what a marriage should be like. This is two people trying to figure things out. No matter how many years you want to stay on this earth, you can't understand it completely. The moment you get married, you and your partner, you're supposed to sit down and try to figure it out, try to make it work. That is exactly what it is. So at this particular point, I'm expecting people to try. See, Peller said something. The last interview he did, himself and Jarvis, they were at Honest Bunch podcast. And Peller said, the him we see on camera is very different from the him behind camera. He was trying to point out that it is a character. He's just portraying a character. The way Nas Boy in his skit has Papa Emeka, has a couple of characters, brother Nasiru, and plenty other characters when he's acting his skit. The same way, I think, what's his name? Nedu has Alhaji Musa plus couple Oga Landlord and other characters. It's the same way Peller is coming out to let people know that he is playing a character. He is not loud. He is not like, according to him, he said when a camera is not in front of him, he is very reserved. He is always keeping to himself, trying to think of ways to make money, places to put money that would bring money. But the moment they turn on the camera, he tries to give out that particular character because he knows that that is his selling point. So he might not be as loud as we think. He might not be as arrogant as, loud. Let me put it that way. He might not be as loud as we think. It might just be all part of the act. It might just be all part of the character, trying to portray that particular character. The difference between Peller and a content creator, or let me not use content creator, the difference between Peller and a skit maker is a skit maker can have a personal life. Because a skit maker is coming out to shoot skits, comedy skits. So any character you're portraying is in that particular skit. Mm-hmm. But Peller, his content is his lifestyle. Everything that he does. So if there is a character, he has to always be in that character when he's outside, when there is a camera to his face. Some people have said Peller speaks very, very well. When it comes to English, he is sound. That's what some people are saying. So if you check it, you'd see that there's every tendency that all these accusations of being childish, being immature, it might just be the character, and he knows exactly what he's doing. Let us be very honest. Let us be very honest. I want to believe Peller has family. I want to believe Jarvis have family. If these two people do not know what they are doing, irrespective of the money that they have, do you think the family would agree to this particular thing they want to do? Because it becomes serious business once you involve both families. Mm-hmm. It becomes serious business once there is traditional marriage. Yes, you can afford it. But if you are not coordinated, I doubt if the parents or the family of Jarvis would give out their daughter to somebody that is not coordinated, somebody that is immature. We not say yes, money day, but let's be honest. So personally, I feel everybody should just be giving them advice of how they can make their marriage work and not trying to bring down the marriage. Joy.
That's just the way I see it. Okay, so please let us leave Peller and his marriage. Okay, I wish them well. I am happy for them, and so that is the way it's gonna be. Also, that please let's continue.
That being said, we'll leave that particular story and get right into the very next story. Now, Femi Kuti is in the news, and a lot of people, this particular story divided the internet into two, if I do say so myself, with plenty people supporting and plenty people opposing. Femi Kuti together with Obidi in the news. Joy.
Yes, our musician Femi Kuti has said he would not want to be involved in an online controversy with celebrity dancer Korra Obidi. I don't know. People were wondering, why will Femi say something like this? What is happening? Is there something happening at the back that we don't know? Well, calm down. Let me tell you what is happening. Let's go into the gist. Okay. So, in an online controversy, okay, with celebrity dancer Korra Obidi, Kuti stated this, why humorously declining to take pictures with the dancer. Okay. From the report, okay. So, after Korra Obidi's visit to Fela Kuti's gravesite, during her visit in December 2025. Okay, so there was a controversy going on. A lot of people were saying different kind of things, different comments. Some people were saying, "Oh, why did she go and dance at Fela's grave? Or why did she twerk like that at Fela's grave?" Some fans said, "No, she's not supposed to do that. This is uncalled for." But most fans were not having it. Okay, but the family of Fela was okay with it. Okay, the family of Fela said that, oh, their father would love something like that. Okay, so the family of Fela was okay with it, but fans were just saying, no, she's not supposed to go and twerk at this grave. She's not supposed to do this. She's not supposed to do that. Why was she dancing like that? Why was she dressed like that? Okay, now speaking in an Instagram video shared by Korra on Friday, Femi Kuti, who explained that he has enough problems he's dealing with already, noted that he doesn't need unnecessary drama in his life. Why calling his elder sister Yeni Kuti to join the picture. Okay, so after the event, Korra really had an event in Lagos. So after the event, she decided to visit Fela Kuti. She said, from Korra Obidi, she said, Uncle Femi doesn't want wahala. Yesterday, after my private live concert, I met the legends. This is coming from Korra. Korra is saying she met the legend after a live concert in Lagos. She said the legends at Femi Kuti and Yeni Kuti, okay, at Legacy Studio. She said, I am so honored. Thank you, Big Bird Kuti. Okay, and she wanted to take a picture with the boat with Femi Kuti. Okay, but Femi Kuti was moving, he moved away from the picture. He didn't want to take a picture with her. Okay, what he said is, Yeni Kuti, come and join me. I don't want problems. I have enough problems I'm dealing with already. Okay, he said he doesn't want unnecessary dramas in his life. The next thing I want to say that it seems the gods don't even want this picture. That's why it's raining. Okay, so I don't know why was he saying that kind of thing, because from the video, if you watch the video, he was really moving away from taking that picture with Korra Obidi. He was moving away from taking a picture, and fans were noticing all his body movements. You see, Nigerian fans, please, people should just calm down. Calm down. Somebody was saying, why is Baba crossing his leg like that? Another person said, make una check and wear well. You be like say you don't have. Another person said he's avoiding social media, changing the narrative. What are you people looking for on his body? What are you looking for? Why are you wondering why is he crossing his leg? I'm not crossing his leg. People should calm down. Calm down, okay? Somebody said he's adjusting himself in the video because he's not comfortable with what Korra is wearing. Okay, but somebody was once saying that no, that is dancers, they wear less than what Korra is wearing. Okay, so I don't know why you guys were just thinking changing even without upon he said I don't want trouble, called his sister to come and join him. People are still wondering, why is he crossing his leg? Why is he standing like this? What is he hiding? Why is he doing this? Also, I don't know, people and the way they think. I'm like, please, you people should calm down. Calm down. They finally took the picture. Okay, so just calm down. Osita, how do you see this? Can you hear me, Osita?
Truthfully, if I do say so myself, Femi is there was time we were having a conversation and I was trying to point out that there are some people that do not want to be all over social media. There are some people that just prefers to be alone. They just prefer to be on their own, not being affected by everything that is going on online. And I think Femi Kuti is one of those people. You understand? So based on mega logistics, it happens, or should I say, it happens, say, he just wants to be on his own. Korra Obidi, if I do say so myself, is a very, very controversial. Should I call her an artist? Dancer. Yeah, she's a controversial dancer. She's somebody that anything she do is going to trend. You understand? So this is the man's way of saying, please, I do not want to trend. I not get strength. Make I put her like that. I no get strength. More na just leave me, make I day my day. This is own way of saying, please, to avoid being in one scandal or the other, I prefer to be on my own. Because believe it or not, if he hadn't done what he did, if he didn't come out openly to act this way, I can beat my chest and say some people would have misinterpreted. Some people would have read the wrong script, read the wrong scenarios, created the wrong scenarios, and started pushing the wrong narrative online. That was why he did exactly what it is. It is just so sad that even when you're trying to be plain and open, some people would still find a way in all to make sure that they frustrate you. In all to make sure that they frustrate you. That is my own problem in the whole thing. So personally, I just feel this is his own way of avoiding a social media drama and scandal and dragging. And to people that are coming out in this particular month, coming to talk about the incident that happened December 2025, I believe that we've actually talked about that incident and it should be left to go just like that. See, let us be very, very honest. For people that know Baba 70, for people that know Fela Nicola Pokuti, he might not even be offended about what Korra did. If peradventure, probably he is not dead. Let us imagine he's not dead. There is every possibility that he might not be offended by what Korra did. So all the people coming out to read meaning, coming out to say different kind of things, I feel they should just take a chill pill. You are not a family member. Yes, you're a fan, but you're not a family member. Leave the family member to follow up the matter exactly the way they like it. Not the way I think you see I'm joy.
And that's the way we're going to leave the story for now. Okay, so they have taken the pictures, they are fine. Okay, you people that are looking for what is happening when something is not happening, continue, no problem. Okay, they have taken the picture, they are fine. And Yemi Kuti, his sister, was in the picture. Okay, so if you want to change the narrative, that's fine. If you do not want to change the narrative, that is fine. Okay, but we watched the video and he said it, I don't want trouble. I have enough trouble as it is. Okay, so let's just leave it that way. Okay, Otita, please, let's continue.
Any which way, and I feel it goes out to say social media influencers, or should I say bloggers, and people that are very, very quick to carry stories and change narratives. Let us be very, very careful, as things are not always the way they seem. That being said, we leave that particular story and go right into the very next story. And this one is not something that we should be happy about. It's not something that sweets belly at all. I mean, our very own veteran Nigerian actress, if you're conversant with the movie Fuji House of Commotion, she was there, she played a lead role, and she made our childhood awesome. I'm talking about no other than a Nigerian actress, Ngozi Nwosu. Yes, please, there is a very huge difference between Ngozi Ezono and Ngozi Nwosu. Now, Ngozi Nwosu is coming out to come and beg the general public for financial assistance amid battle with undisclosed illness. The actress made this particular plea in a video that was shared on her Instagram page on Thursday evening. Ngozi, who was seen lying on a hospital bed, stated that she urgently needed 30 million naira for 3 life-saving surgeries. Speaking about the secret battle with the undisclosed illness, she said, I can't keep quiet anymore. While begging the public, including her colleagues, she said, I've been hospitalized for 3 weeks. Please, I need your help. Don't let me die. My fans, friends, families, and colleagues, this was really hard for me to do, but I can't keep quiet anymore. I need urgent life-saving surgeries. Sharing her account details, she wrote, don't scroll past, share this post and support if you can. God bless you as may you and yours never experience this affliction. So she's coming out to come and speak up, because one thing we're very, very used to saying in Nigeria is, why didn't the person say something? Why didn't the person speak up? So this is our own way of speaking up. This is our own way of saying something. This is our own way of letting people know, okay, it get as it be. Yes, it get as it be, grand not level. They say when matter don't pass, to be careful, you're supposed to talk, come outside. And a lot of fans in the comment section were actually sympathizing with her. A lot of fans were tagging well-known philanthropists, calling their attention to the situation, because she made my childhood, if I do say so myself, she made our childhood. She is a well-known public figure, a face in Nollywood, and a force to reckon with in the entertainment industry. So I feel if there are people that can actually help, as in somebody said something, Joy. This particular person said you would see the likes of the person was intentionally dragging Blessing with the breast cancer saga. Say you would see people donating for things that are not real, but when you see real people with real problems, they would be struggling to get donations. And how much did she get for the breast cancer saga compared to somebody that actually needs the money to save her life? So people were complaining that this is what fake and fraudulent donations can actually do to Nigerians. Say everybody don't get trust issues. I don't know. I'm also joining my voice to that of those people in the comment section that were calling on well-meaning Nigerians to help save a life. Joy.
A fan said something. A fan said, quick recovery, mama. But wait, why is it that majority of Nigerian leaders find them situation? Is it that the industry isn't paying well or what? And why do they always have very serious health issues that are almost impossible to recover from? This fan said that he's really confused. Another fan said they are getting old, it's old age, so their organs are failing. Most people are experiencing it too, but they aren't famous. May God heal them all. Okay, so yes, we'll have this conversation before. People come wondering, why is it that the industry doesn't pay well? Is it that what's really happening? Why do you have a veteran actors, coming out to ask for help? And it's because they are famous. Yes, that's the truth. It's because they are famous. You watch their movies, you know them. So when they come out to ask for help, you know them. There are people that are also asking for help that people don't know. You don't know them, okay? And a lot of people are going through a lot of challenges, okay? So somebody said, oh, she had kidney transplant some years back, I think. May God perfect our healing in Jesus' name. So fans are wishing her the best, okay? Fans are saying, oh, we love you. We love, you making our childhood beautiful and interesting. We're watching you, okay? So, fans are, wishing her the best, okay? And other people are saying, please, it's not just about wishing. Please help. Please donate any little amount you can. It will be appreciated, okay? So I will also join, in saying, please help. Okay, I know there are a lot of people looking for help out there. If you can help, help. If you cannot help, pray for them. Okay, so let's continue.
Joy, truthfully speaking, I would not like to end this particular program without saying let's protect our health. See, somebody said something that in the nearest future, the kind of catastrophe that awaits youths, I mean, the present day youths, the kind of catastrophe that is awaiting them is going to be something else. That people are joking with their health too much. We have people that engage in excessive alcohol intake. We have people that are taking a different kind of drugs, a different kind of substances. People are endangering their health intentionally just for a couple of minutes of pleasures. They say at this particular point you see people prescribing a different kind of things for themselves. You see people buying skincare products from people that are not certified as medical practitioners. You see people rubbing something on their lips that was given to them by somebody that doesn't know anything about health, but they just take it and they use it. You see people being so reckless in a bid to find money. You see a lot of youth these days neglecting sleep, ignoring sleep, purposely, intentionally staying awake, doing things that would jeopardize their old age. So somebody is saying the kind of catastrophe that is loading is scary. So I beg anybody who say they watch this particular video, make a talk this one of our normal lingua. I beg, protect your health. It is very important to protect your health. In fact, protecting your health might sound very, very mad. Please guard your health jealously. Sometimes do not look at today. Don't look at now. Look at in the nearest future. In the long run, would these things actually affect me? And this will be joining the curtains on today's episode of FameIdols Hangout. Joe, your final words, so we leave the studio.
Yes, so hope you enjoyed our story from Sarah Martins, on paying tithes and Blessing CEO. this bill that was granted to Blessing CEO, I wonder who will come out to stand as two shorties for her. But then it's fine, even VeryDarkMan has advised Peller on getting married, Femi Kuti has said he does not want any trouble from Nigerian social media and and them changing the narratives. Okay. So well, that is all that we have brought for you. We have for you today. Hope you enjoyed our story. And don't forget our Nollywood actress, our veteran Nollywood actress, Ngozi Nwosu. She is still asking for help. Please reach out, okay? Please reach out. Thank you. And Osita, please, let's continue. Osita, can you hear me?
Yes, of course. This is your calling it. This is what we're calling it quits on today's edition of FameIdols Hangouts. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you joined us. And, do well to leave us a comment, please. Get signed up on our website, www.fameidols.com. I beg your pardon, www.fameidols.com, for an opportunity to participate in our ongoing Fame Idols Got Talent Season 2. Yes, our ongoing talent auditions. I mean, the audition is ongoing. Entries are coming in per day. People don't dey rush am. You do not want to miss out on this particular one. The competition the competition proper starts sooner than you expect. So do well to get signed up. www.fameidols.com for you to stand a chance to compete for 1 million naira together with all other consolation prizes. Till on Monday, we will bring you another edition of FameIdols Hangouts. Osita Holy Gentleman, name be my name. Together with
Joy, your baby girl. Good night.
Una